In this video, we have some problem solving where we're going to be setting up equations with the variables on both sides. So we're going to start with a geometry application, and this is what is given. Given information is critical here. We've got to read it and assimilate it and understand what's going on. So given triangle ABC and triangle PQR have equal perimeters. So you learned about perimeter in elementary school and middle school. To find the perimeter of a figure, you will do what? Well, let's fill in the blanks here. Perimeter, in order to find it, we're going to need to add all the sides. Or we'll say side lengths. There we go. How about that? To find the perimeter of a figure, you're going to add all of the side lengths together. So PQ plus QR plus RP. That's going to give us the perimeter. Same thing on the other triangle. AB plus BC plus AC. So we're going to be finding the total. So given that these two triangles have equal perimeters, that means that the perimeter of triangle ABC is going to be equal to the perimeter of triangle PQR. So we're going to need to write an equation that represents this given information. So let's start with side AB plus side BC plus side AC is equal to side PQ plus side QR plus side PR. So we're adding all the sides together. So let me slide this up so we can see what we're dealing with here. So this is an equation, but right now we need to go back and we need to use the substitution property. And I'll just call this is the given. This is the given based on the given information. So now we just need to go in and we need to do some substitution. Well, what can we represent side AB with? Well, side AB is 2x plus 4. Side BC is 2x plus 3. Side AC is 2x. And I am putting them in parentheses. Even though we're not multiplying anything, I do like them to be set off so we can see this is AB, this is BC, this is AC. I'm also trying to line up my equal signs here. Let's keep going by using substitution. PQ. PQ is 2x. QR is 2x. And PR is 3x plus 1. And I see in PQR, if these two sides are both 2x, that means that we have an isosceles triangle. We learned about that in one of our previous lessons. So now we've got an algebraic equation set up. So just like we've already been seeing, let's keep those equal signs lined up. And now I want us to look on the left, and I want to think about combining like terms. And let me put my justification over here. I just used the substitution property in order to fill in all of those side lengths. So now we're going to CLT. We're looking to combine some like terms. So on the left, we've got 2x plus 4, 2x plus 3, and 2x. So we're going to add all of those x's together. And we're also going to be adding these constants together. So 2x plus 2x plus 2x is 6x, and 4 plus 3 is 7. So there's the left. Let's move over to the right. Let's put all the variable expressions together. There's 2x, there's 2x, there's 3x, and then we have 1 as a constant. So on the right-hand side, 2x plus 2x is 4x, plus 3x is 7x, plus 1. So there's the left, there's the right. We just combined like terms. So now we want to get the x's on the left. So we are going to use the subtraction property of equality, and subtract 7x from both sides. 6x minus 7x is negative 1x plus 7 equals 1. And we're going to use the subtraction property of equality again to subtract 7 from both sides. 7's cancel, so now we've got negative 1x equals negative 6. And then lastly, to get the x by itself, we're going to use the division property of equality. And we're going to divide both sides by negative 1. And that's x equals negative 6 divided by negative 1 is 6. So, what about x equals 6? So what are we going to do with x equals 6? Let's look at the next part of this question. Solve for x, okay, we did that. Then determine the perimeter. This is a key strategy that you need to consider as you're going into standardized testing. So, okay, we got to deal with this. So we found x. So if we found that x equals 6, we need to use it because the rest of the question then says, well, find the perimeter. So we can choose to plug it in here into triangle PQR, or we can choose to plug it into triangle ABC. It doesn't matter. We just need to choose one. We just need to choose one because we know that they have equal perimeters. So I'm just going to go with the first one here. So the perimeter of triangle ABC is 2x plus 4 plus 2x plus 3 plus 2x. And if you recall, when we added them all together, 2x plus 2x plus 2x is 6x. 4 plus 3 is 7. So there's our perimeter for triangle ABC. So now I'm going to use substitution and I'm going to plug in 6 for the x. So my perimeter for triangle ABC is 6 times 6 plus 7. That's 36 plus 7, 36 plus 7, and 36 plus 7 is 43. 43. And we'll just say 43 units. So the perimeter of triangle ABC, which is equal to the perimeter of triangle PQR, is equal to 43 units. There we go. So that's an application for geometry. Let's look at a second question here. This is an application to business. First thing I'm going to do, just like we did in the previous problem where we had a long word problem, we're going to read it completely before we do anything. So here's what it says. A hairdresser is choosing a new salon location. If she chooses location A, she will pay $1,200 per month in rent and will charge $45 per haircut. If she chooses location B, she will pay $1,800 in rent and will charge $60 per haircut. How many haircuts would she have to give in 1 month to make the same profit at either location? So now I'm going to come back with my handy highlighter and we're going to start highlighting what's critical here. So first of all, we've got location A. Location A, she's going to have to pay $1,200 a month in rent, and she will then charge $45 per haircut. So that's location A. All right, so next, if she chooses location B, she will pay $1,800 in rent, and then she will have to charge $60 per haircut. Now here comes the question, and we're always looking for the question mark, because the question helps us to define the variable. And we want to define the variable here in order to write an equation. So how many haircuts would she have to give in 1 month? That's our variable. So let's define that variable. Let H equal the number of haircuts per month. That's our variable, H. And we want to know how many haircuts would she have to give in order to have the same profit. I should definitely put a box around that. So we want the profit at location A to be the same as the profit at location B. So let's write that down. Profit at A, when will it be equal to profit at B? Well, how do we find a profit? A profit is when the amount that we make is bigger than the amount we have to pay. So at location A, she's got to pay $1,200 for rent. So that $1,200 has to be taken away from how much she's going to earn. How much is she going to earn? Well, she's going to charge $45 per haircut. So 45H minus 1,200 is the amount of profit that she's going to bring in at location A. Let's compare that with B. At location B, she's going to have to pay $1,800. So once again, the rent is an expense. It's going out. It's not coming in. That's why it's being subtracted. And what is she going to bring in? She's going to bring in $60 per haircut. So 60H minus 1,800. This is what your equation should be for this particular problem. Now we're going to solve it. So let's do that. I will use my yellow marker. Keep my left-hand side. This is the left. This is the right. We're going to use our properties here. I'm going to do this quickly. So let's move 1,200 over by adding 1,200 to both sides. So now we've got 45H equals 60H, and negative 1,800 plus 1,200 is negative 600. Next, let's move this 60H over. So minus 60H from both sides. That's the subtraction property of equality. 45H minus 60H is negative 15H equals negative 600. So now we've got negative 15 times H equals negative 600. So we're going to use the division property of equality and divide both sides by negative 15. We've got just enough room to squeeze it on the paper down here. So negative divided by negative is a positive. That makes sense. And now I'm just going to cover up that 0, help make our division a little simpler. 60 divided by 15 is 4. So 600 divided by 15 is 40. So the hairdresser is going to have to give 40 haircuts per month in order so that the profits will be the same. Okay, 40 haircuts per month in order to have equal profits. So there we've got 2 applications of setting up an equation with the variables on both sides and solving.